Hello everyone, it's Sol and welcome back to another episode on the Coastline SMP server. Today is episode 2 and you're probably wondering, what is this random place that I've never seen before? Well, off camera, actually I've been working on a bit of a storage system and it's not done yet, but the aesthetics are there. So what we have going on in the storage system is a storage silo. This one contains some gravel and also an automatic shulker box loader thingamajigger 3000. And honestly, this thing is going to be amazing because I am actually going to be making a ton of concrete. So last video, I actually hinted at the fact that I was going to be building a new shop. And the shop that I'm going to be building is a concrete shop. That's right, so we're going to need a ton of gravel, a ton of sand, and this will just make my life a lot easier. You can see we got sand over here. This is the gravel compartment. So let me show you how this works really quick. So this shulker box right here only has, 16 gravel in it, but if it were to be full, right, then this piston right here would break it down. But since, it's not full, I'll just break it, for video showing purposes, and you can hear some machineries going on in the background. That means the shulker box is now dispensed, and it should be dispensing gravel into here, and we should get our empty shulker box in this barrel right here. Boom, we got the shulker box right there, and it's empty, and we should see 64 gravel. Bam. Yeah. Now this is all the machinery behind the auto shulkerator 3000, and you can see it's a lot of hoppers, a lot of redstone goes into this thing, and it's pretty insane, but I am very, very happy because now that it's done, at least this one, I don't have to worry about building it. Actually I do. I need to build 7 more of these things, but let's not think about that. And honestly, this storage system is nothing much. We have much bigger and better plans for a storage system. This is just specifically for a couple building blocks that I'm going to need, such as, gravel, sand, quartz, and some stones. That's right, I made banners as well, so I just can easily tell what's where, because these hallways are the same exact design. So since we're going to be making concrete, and we're going to need a ton of it, by the way, I have built up a little concrete machine. It's pretty simple, not gonna lie. It just uses a Doc M clock, I believe, and then the concrete that gets converted comes down here, and then this TNT duper drops some TNT onto this obsidian right here, which will blow up the concrete. I wouldn't want to mine all this. I have a ton of stock still that I need to load up on. So boom, flick that lever, I place the concrete powder, it gets automatically converted into black concrete, and you can hear the TNT duper. I don't know if you can see it. Boom, it just exploded. Yeah, you don't get a really good perspective of the TNT explosion from up here, but I can see that it's working nonetheless. And let's go down here. So obviously the I took damage. But yeah, obviously it is working. The TNT is breaking the concrete and it is all flooding into these chests right here. So over yonder in this vast ocean, I have done a little bit of work. First off, I've built this raid farm with Josh, which produces a bunch of totems and also a bunch of emeralds. I've spent a bunch on some quartz, so I'm now down to 23, but yeah, I had blocks on blocks of emeralds just a second ago. So this is the AFK platform to the Guardian farm that Dante and I have created together, and it is very, very productive. It is producing a ton of sea lanterns, a ton of dark prismarine, and I've been using those materials to build up the small storage area that I have for gravel, sand, quartz, and stone. So you might be wondering why I made those farms off camera and didn't record the process of me actually building them up. And to be honest, I just don't really like recording building farms, It's just, I feel like everyone has seen farms being built in Minecraft and it's just the same thing over and over again, The thing that's interesting to me is what people choose to do once they have built up those farms, like what they choose to build with those materials that they've been granted by building those farms. One that comes to mind is this truck that I built off camera as well. I probably should have shown me building this, but I was freeballing it. And I did take some inspiration from some online images of trucks built in Minecraft. You know, I took my own spin on it, and I think it looks very, very nice. From a distance, it looks pretty realistic, which is actually very, very cool, because I'm not much of a builder. But yes, this giant platform will be my future industrial zone, and you can see that I have a building layout right here, obviously the concrete maker right here, which is going to have a giant skyscraper around it, and I think I'm going to have some farms, maybe some machinery going on around here, and yeah, this the city thing is going to expand over time. And the thing that is bothering me right now is that it's just a hole in the ground. It has nothing around it, and that's exactly why I built the stone perimeter around. It is eventually going to be a building, and I'll see what I can tuck in here in terms of machines, redstone, and storage. But I think right now what I'm planning on doing is right over here I'm going to have chests for concrete stock, because I need a bunch of concrete backup just in case people sell me out, because I know people will probably sell me out. And then over here is going to be dye, tons and tons and tons of dye that I am going to be producing from the flower mania that I am building up with Katie. So of course there needs to be a building right here. I am so sick of just seeing all this empty space. You know, I think there needs to be a building in this area. So of course I'm going to start building up this concrete factory area right here, concrete store. I don't know what to call it. You know, let me know in the comments what I should call this place. So I'm going to go full super speed building, and I'm going to create a building around this storage area. So with that time lapse being done, that means we have our whole concrete storage building complete, fully loaded with this compartment, which will hold all my backup concrete storage. 27 shulker boxes will go in each one of these chests, each one corresponding to each different color. So we have 16 chests in this compartment. And on the other side, we have the dye. You can see we have some dye in these shulker boxes right here. Again, there will be 27 shulker boxes in each of these chests right here, but that is a whole lot of shulker boxes that I do not have right now. I've been buying a lot of shulker boxes, but I still don't have nearly the amount of shulker boxes that I would need to fill up this entire storage building thing with the concrete and the dye. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a side project to fill those up. And just looking at this thing makes me very, very happy, because honestly I was pretty annoyed with that giant empty space right there, but now it's filled up, so I'm a pretty happy guy. And we also have this helicopter that I built off camera that will be transporting sand and gravel. You can see some armor stand dudes are just, you know, chilling around. I have this custom fruit bush thing over here. And yeah, it's coming together. It's all coming together, and I'm very, very happy with how this industrial zone is looking so far. Also, I just want to take a quick second to apologize. I just edited the previous clips that you saw, and if there was a bit of an echo, that's my bad. Yeah, I recorded in a different room, didn't really think about the echo, and it was super apparent in the video, so that's my bad. Hopefully it's fixed now. And also, I didn't have my game sounds on. I am yeah, as an audiophile, that makes me very, very upset that I didn't notice those things, but hopefully now everything's sorted out. Also, really quick, here we are back at Spawn Town because I want to show you guys the few changes that I made to the starter base area that I built last episode. So of course, you can see that the landscaping is a bit different, quite different in fact. There's a bunch of flowers, a bunch of grass, bamboo, melons, the whole nine. There's also a cherry blossom tree now, and some tiny red mushrooms using end rods as the stems, and yeah, it just looks a bit more lively. Oh, also, here's Schnoopenstein. He's my bird. And there's a zombie on me, so yeah, I'm gonna go inside really quick. Hopefully he doesn't break my door, but I also want to show you guys the interior that I did off camera. So of course, we got a couple armor stands here, you know, holding our armor and whatnot. We got some storage, a mini chest right there, some more storage up these stairs, you know, and it just makes the area look a bit more done and finished, you know, because before that I had nothing. And the top floor, the cap of the mushroom, it is all done. I took out the chests that I had. I just didn't like how I had just a bunch of chests everywhere. I put an actual bed up here with some tools hanging from the tripwire hooks using armor stands, everything. I don't know, I just really like how it looks now. So I wanted to show you guys this really quick. And also, I have a map of the industrial zone right here. So eventually, my plan is to pretty much fill up this whole map with buildings and city roads and all that. And of course, we're going to make another one of those buildings in this very episode. But before we can do that, I want to show you guys some things that I did in another person's base off camera. So here we are at Duo's base. And you might have been able to tell that my skin looks a bit different right now. You know, I'm sporting the Uncle Sam fit. But the reason we're here is because I want to show you guys something that I'm brewing, a plan that I'm planning. Basically, Duo's all about communism this season. You know, he has the flag up with the sickle, you know, he's been giving everyone diamonds, you know, he's saying our diamonds. And the thing is, you know, that's good and all, right? But what's a server without chaos, you know? And what better opposition to the commies than the United States of America? And right now there's absolutely no interior, but Josh said he would work on that, you know, so I'm really not going to bat an eye, because when it comes to interior, Josh really knows what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? But I am so ready to start a cold war on this server. So a message to everyone on Coastline: y'all best watch out, unless you're on Team USA or Poland, of course. But also, another reason why I'm here is because I want to show you guys why I'm making a concrete shop in the first place. This man, Duo, is changing this entire biome to concrete powder. All different types of concrete powder. And you know what I'm going to be selling at my concrete shop? That's right, concrete powder. I'm going to be very rich. But before I can build the most lucrative concrete shop in the entire universe, I must do some preparing, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't have nearly the amount of green dye that I need. You know, I built a cactus farm off camera in the Flower Mania zone that me and Katie are making, but I don't really AFK there enough. You know, I don't really spend enough time there. We don't really have a ton of green dye being produced from that. Even though it's an efficient farm, it's just never loaded. You know, so I was thinking, why not make a second cactus farm? A bit upgraded, of course, in our very own industrial base. Because I have a very cool idea for a skyscraper that I can tuck that cactus farm into, and it'll be pretty seamless, and I think it would be very cool. And of course, I'm going to be doing a second time lapse this episode, so just sit back, enjoy the music, and let's hit it. So with that, we have the second time lapse of the episode all complete. We have this giant building surrounding this cactus farm, and it's been producing like absolute mayhem. But I'm super happy with how this build turned out and how it fits with the concrete storage building as well. And really, I think this industrial zone is going to be a hit. And in the future, I'm probably going to have a bit of a bamboo farm building right here, right next to the cactus farm area. And that's because I want to automate the green dye production, but that's not the more pressing matter at hand. In fact, I have to go meet up with Claude and Josh because we need to discuss a little plan that will get us filthy rich and on top of all the other people on the Coastline SMP server. That's right, we're going to create a little bit of a financial hierarchy, or at least I'm going to attempt to. Spidey-Sol is not joking around with this one. So with that, let's go meet up with Claude and Josh.
Josh and So.
Oh, hello, Claude.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hi.
So,
Hello, and welcome.
thanks, I guess. So, what's happening?
I mean, before I even say anything, we need to talk about them diamonds that you have right now. I mean, they need to be blockular.
Yeah, you need to beef them up a bit.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
better, boys?
Oh,
Yeah,
much better.
wait,
Better?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
Okay.
There
let
we
me
go.
let me see right here, right here. Yeah.
So the reason I asked for this meeting is because I think there needs to be a little bit of a financial social hierarchy on this server, right? I mean, we need to be making
Okay.
diamonds. We need to be much richer than everyone else on the
We
server.
gotta showcase our wealth.
Exactly.
Not in the
Yeah.
form of diamond blocks, or we need to be living up high.
Oh yeah. We need a giant skyscraper to live in, and I think it would be perfect, right? If we had a penthouse up in the sky
Living
that
the
suits
high
that.
life.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's real because we have many diamonds, so we
Yeah.
can probably afford it.
Yeah, of course. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
you know, it would be nice to
Yeah.
live above everyone else, you know, just to live up high in the sky, be better than everyone else on the server. Do you know what I mean? You know, introduce a little chaos, a little flexing here and there as well. You know, I think it would be very good for the server, in fact. What do y'all think? Do you all agree?
Yeah.
Isn't that the job of the communists?
No, I mean, no, not really. No, we're just business venturists making money, you know? So,
Okay, just making sure.
yeah, no, of course. I'm just, God. And Claude's going over there. I don't know what Claude's doing.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Can you
okay,
take this
okay.
a bit more seriously, man? Come on. Why? We're just having a conversation. You're over here hiding away from us. So I guess I could build a little bit of a plot, you know, build something up a bit, and we can see how it looks, and you know, kind of take things from there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like get a bit of a penthouse up there, penthousiski, if you know, to be more specific. But
I think that's
Great
brilliant.
idea, bro.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it.
Tomorrow I'm buy this golden eye thingy for my eye, you know, just flexing
yeah.
everyone. You know, you see me?
Oh yeah, I think we need a little bit of skin work, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. Like, just look at this.
Well, I mean, you do have a nice skin, but it just doesn't scream rich right now.
I mean, the
I
only
mean,
thing
give it
is
as
just
a
like
boy from Brooklyn.
the shoes. This.
I gotta say that.
I mean, yeah, my skin does need some work, and you know, I might throw on a tuxedo or something like
You know
that,
what?
you know?
I think I have the perfect thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we have it, bro.
Oh yeah. Looking dapper indeed.
Oh,
Oh my.
yeah, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, I love that.
Did you come prepared for this meeting?
I always come prepared.
I mean, I feel like that's the
Bro.
exact sort of personnel we need, you know what I mean?
We need them in the team.
Well, boys, all I got left to say is I can't wait to get richer.
Can't wait to get
Bro,
richer.
like-
Facts.
The rich
Facts.
get
Me too.
richer.
That's what
Me
I'm
too.
saying. Penthousiski. You know what I mean? Penthousiski.
Penthouse is
Yeah. Well, it was great to meet up with you guys, but I need to go back to my industrial base. So I will see you guys later. Goodbye. So now that I've had that meeting with Claude and Josh, I think I know what my next step needs to be. You know, we talked about a financial hierarchy and how we need to be richer than everyone else on the server, and you know what? The way I'm gonna do that is, like I said earlier in this video, my concrete shop, because there's some people on the server who are going to need a ton of concrete. So off camera I was doing a bit of work gathering up 2 double chests worth of regular concrete and concrete powder of each color. So you can see there's just a lot of concrete and concrete powder everywhere. Each one of these double chests are filled up, and we're going to use all of these to fill up the chests that we have in the shop. But in order for that to happen, we need to make a shop to begin with. So I'm going to cut to the 3rd time lapse of this video, that's right, and I'm going to be building up the concrete shop. So without further ado, cue the music and let's hit the time lapse. And now the concrete complex is finished with all the stock placed in all the chests. This concrete that's converted is going to be 3 diamonds per stack. And this concrete powder right here is going to be 2 diamonds per stack. Also, we have this designated area for bulk concrete orders, so this allows people to get a lot of concrete for a bit cheaper, and I'm hoping that this will be an extra incentive to buy from Concrete Complex. But regardless, our money maker is now complete, and I'm gonna do some terraforming around it probably off camera, so it's gonna change a little bit in terms of how the outside looks, but pretty much we're all done. And now I'm ready to start making a ton of diamonds for the plan of penthousiski. So to wrap up the video, I wanted to visit r/place really quick because a lot has happened over the past couple weeks involving the map, and it has evolved quite a bit. Yeah, so you can see there's a scream mask on the top left corner. Katie's working on that. There's a Texas on the bottom left corner. That's Josh. And just a whole bunch of stuff is going on in the map now, but there's still a lot of empty space to fill up. And also, I wanted to show you guys the pixel art that I'm working on. So over the past couple weeks or so, I've been adding some block placements here and there, and now we have like 80% of this done. It's a 2D thing of Mordecai from regular show, and yeah, r/place is really coming together. And with that, sadly, I think we're approaching the end of the video. But I mean, we got a ton done this episode. We built 2 buildings over at the industrial zone, as well as building up the concrete complex at the shopping district. And the thing is, I have a lot more ideas on how we can improve our industrial zone and how we can get richer from shops. But that'll be for the near future. But regardless, I just want to take some time to thank you guys for watching today's episode. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of effort, just like the last episode. And you know what? I think it's worth it. I think I'm gonna do a megasode for every episode, you know, so it might take a bit of time to see episode 3 popping up on your feed. But the thing is, I'm so much more happy with my content when I take a lot of time to actually produce quality stuff, you know, so I really hope you guys don't mind that I'm slacking a bit on the upload schedule. But yeah, this has been kind of a crazy episode 2. We went industrial, so I hope to see you guys in episode 3 whenever that comes out. But for the meantime, I'm going to have to say, peace!